Welcome back to Stacked.
In celebration of Pokemon's 30th year anniversary, which was this year, 2026,
Wow,
just a
happy
couple
birthday.
days ago,
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about Pikachu.
Yes, absolutely.
Pokemon's mascot.
Yep.
Specifically, the new LEGO Pokemon Pikachu and the other two Eevee and the three starters, the Kanto
Yep.
starters,
Yes.
that all came out on Pokemon Day.
Love Kanto originals.
And we're going to be comparing this to
Mega bricks,
Mega
blocks,
all the above. I think it's currently Mega.
MB.
Yeah.
No, don't, not MB. Mega. We'll just call them Mega for now.
Sounds good. But yeah, we're going to compare these two to be able to see how they stack up.
Right. That was well placed, sir.
Thank you.
Well done. Yeah, I'm super excited. Let's talk about Lego first, because I think that's the first one we did, right?
Yeah, we started with the Lego version.
Yeah.
We built them both together, which
Right.
we usually don't do. We usually separate
Right.
who does what to be able to make it go a little faster.
Right.
But today
we typically don't work that well together, but this time we decided,
we had to
you know,
sacrifice a
sacrifice
day.
a little bit. Yeah, exactly. But that's okay. Our loss, your gain. So, what was your take on the Lego one?
I was not. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little apprehensive going into it.
Really?
Seeing the pictures, I was like, you know what? It is Pokemon.
Wow.
It is Lego, which
Yeah.
frankly I'm a fan of both.
I was gonna say Lego and Pokemon stand over here, apprehensive going in.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
So I was hoping it did well, and in person,
Mhm.
I'm pretty happy with it. It looks good. It looks
There you
great.
go. Yeah.
I like it a lot. The build was a lot of fun.
Right.
It was fun to do. It was technical. It wasn't as far as technic builds go.
Right.
Not crazy.
No.
But
I
there
don't
were a
think
few different mechanics and different strategies that they used to build it to
Right.
get the shape like you see it. That were a little bit trickier than
Right.
a normal build, I would say.
Right. No, I totally agree. I thought it was a blast to build. And there was something in the very beginning that I'll bring up now. That was really, really fun. Opening the box was like going to like Chuck E. Cheese for a kid's birthday party. There was confetti. It was like confetti. There were so many colors.
Colors everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm convinced that it was all of the colors that Lego's released.
Really?
It was a lot of them.
Over under. Just kidding. we're not betting on that. No, I totally agree. I believe that there were so many colors.
Yep. And granted, it's a yellow Pokemon, so obviously it's going to be yellow.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not accustomed to building in any colors because I work with Star Wars Legos. That's
Touché.
my bread and butter. So typically that brings me to black and very, very dark gray.
I only work in black and sometimes very, very dark gray.
Yes, yeah. I was gonna say big change of pace for you.
Yep.
Also, kind of for me. I mean, mainly stick to Lord of the Rings, but less so than you with Star Wars. So, but kind of a fun splash of color. Just the yellow, but also the rest of the.
All the interior. Yeah. I did not
Crazy.
expect that.
Yeah, exactly. Nuts, but super, super fun still. There were aspects of the build that I found more fun than others. One aspect that I found that was like one piece that was way more fun to build, or at least maybe it seems more fun because I didn't expect it, was the base.
Yep.
Lot to talk about with the base. What was your take on the base?
There is. Yeah, I think the base for actually this set as well as the Kanto starters,
Right.
one of the biggest criticisms going into it before I think a lot of people got their hands on the
Right.
sets was that the base was just so much
Yeah.
of the build,
Yeah.
which we saw. I mean, it was what, 5 bags? 5 bags of the
5
build
bags for
out
the
of
full base.
out of 16.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty big chunk
Yeah.
of what we were getting. But like Chan said, it was enjoyable to build. It
Yeah.
was actually fun, and it's a lightning bolt. It holds some Easter eggs, which
Yes.
were kind of unexpected.
Yeah, crazy
But,
unexpected.
yeah.
In fact, the biggest one that I found on the bottom was we have the normal lightning bolt base, but let's say that's a lot of commitment space wise on your desk, right? I
Mhm.
know it is for me. I already have several Lego sets up there. My BD1, my Minecraft crafting table. Don't have
Both
a ton
bangers.
of space. Yeah, both amazing sets. But I don't have a ton of space. Well, you can take the Pikachu off of this one, and then there is a small, compact, folded up. We'll have a picture of it. Mini, like invisible base that you can set Pikachu on, and it
Mhm.
reduces the footprint by like I want to say a good 50%. It's
I'd
a
say
lot
so. I mean, you
smaller.
can see what it takes off here. I don't know if you want to show them
Right. Well, yeah.
how we can take off the base. But
Right.
first, before he does that, you can even take off the Pokeball. I mean, it is
Sweet.
very flexible to be able to see it here. You can display it in a couple different ways,
Right.
but this is obviously the main way. But
Right, and also
it comes off.
the Pokeball, it also can collapse into a closed form as
It
well.
can. Yep, there's a little hinge in the back, and
Right.
you can go ahead and pull that off, switch it out. It's a different piece that is included
Yes.
in the set.
Yeah.
And you can keep it closed or open.
Yeah, really, really cool. Super fun. But I'm gonna demonstrate my favorite part about this build. It we didn't know this beforehand, but Pikachu can also be used. You could take that
Absolutely.
as a football. You could take him off of his stand,
Careful.
and then you could throw him around and play catch with him. And let me tell you, this thing is very flexible. Check this out. His head moves, a lot of range of motion there, but even more the tail. So when you're throwing him, he like moves around,
Yeah.
and it's amazing.
Change direction midair.
Yeah,
Who knows?
exactly. He's like one of those squirrels. You know, they always like
He can do it.
can like move around.
Or that's the other great part about it. Not only can he do it, but they included a piece where you can change it out to be male or female.
Right. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, if you for some reason have prejudice against male Pikachus,
It happens. Some people do.
Some people are freaks. I don't understand it, but
You know, in my team, always growing up, had to be males. Like it
Exactly.
was just a thing I had to do.
if it's female, you
if it
release it
was-
immediately.
Yeah. If it was pink, it was no go. Nope. Had to be blue.
Right, right. Well, needless to say, a great addition for this build. I'm about to do something that we may want to blur out for our younger
Certain
audiences.
viewers.
This is how you get them back onto the base. I'm going to struggle here. Oh, there you
That
go.
was better. That was better.
Boom. Believe it or not, I had to practice that one for the video. It took me several minutes before.
Had to figure out how to get it on there. It doesn't work as easy as you would expect.
No.
But it is simple. I mean, it's
Yes,
just to be able to hold it on the stand. It's very simple with design.
absolutely.
Other than that, I think the biggest thing is that the build itself is very round. I mean,
Yes.
it's very three-dimensional inside and out. I mean, when we were building it,
Yes.
it was pretty much every piece was multiple dimensions to be able to put it together.
Right.
Which we'll talk kind of about how that compares to going forward. But I think overall it is a solid set. I enjoyed building it. It's a great display piece. It is a little bit pricier, but it is meant as an 18+ set.
Right.
For that reason. It just comes in at just above 2,000 pieces. So it's a pretty good size set. Took us a few hours to get done, but overall I'd say I'm pretty satisfied with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't be happier with the set. But let's jump to Mega.
I think so.
Yeah.
How they compare.
Yeah.
So biggest difference obviously is size. You can see that here in the video. It's very different in how big each one of them are. But that being said, this Mega Pikachu is about 1,000 pieces smaller than this one.
Right.
So it's about half the size, which I think is demonstrated very well.
Right, and don't get
what
us
they actually look
wrong.
like.
Size in this case doesn't matter. The smaller one is just as fun as the big one. And even though like 1,000 pieces less, was still a blast. I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, super fun. There were some key differences though when we were building that kind of immediately showed up. But
yeah, I think that one of the biggest things is this Pikachu here is on a base in a stand that does not move. You cannot take that off the stand.
No.
So
no football.
It is locked in there.
Unfortunately, although he's like a much smaller, he's like a Nerf, like one of the Nerf ones.
Yeah.
If he came off.
But that being said, he does have the mechanics to be able to move, which is kind of neat, or would be neat, I guess.
Yes, would be.
Not in our case.
Yeah. Unfortunately, so about halfway through the build, we had been kind of the first thing you build when you open up the instructions and you're building and you open up the first bag. The first thing you build is the base with all of the techniques inside, and they do a good job of concealing it. And we were testing it after every bag and making sure that it rolls, and it has this little terrain that even goes by like he's actually running. So super cool. About halfway through, we get done with the base,
and I go to try it.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and try it here too.
Yeah,
but
go for it.
And it moves, but you can hear it's clicking, and something inside there just doesn't want to do it. And so you can see he's trying. But it just does not want to do it.
Looks a little like he has Tourette's, but that's okay. Because it was still fun to build, and it still moves, has some mobility.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to let us know if you guys have the set, if you built it, if yours works, if it doesn't, if you've had this problem, or maybe even what's wrong, or how we built it wrong. That would be great to know.
Right.
But That's
Did
what
we
that's our
just
experience.
troubleshoot our Pikachu through a YouTube video?
Yeah, we may have.
Oh my
Hopefully,
gosh.
we can find the answer.
Yep, there's your problem.
And it's
Right.
not like the eternal IT
If you
loop
know
that we
anything,
run
yeah,
into.
please help. Send help. We don't know what's wrong with our Pikachu. But no, other than it not working, I mean, it's still. I think it looks really good on the desk.
Agreed.
It's probably more suitable for some people because of size.
Yep.
But
I think one of the biggest troublesome spots with this one is because it is off the market. The license
Right.
has been transferred from Mega to Lego, which is what we're trying to talk about here.
right,
So it can be a little bit harder to come by. We ended up getting this one off of eBay,
right,
and it cost us about $70. I believe MSRP is right around $100. So it's half the pieces, half the price.
right.
So it's a great
Very
point
comparable.
for some people to be able
Right.
to get in and have something smaller. Looks great. It should move,
Yep, it should.
but it's one of those things that is a lot of preference, I think, of how you want to actually display or
Right.
how much, maybe even your budget.
Right. Now, I will say the building process, other than our little hiccup with the mechanics of it, we did notice. I think this is pretty standard for Mega as a whole, according to my understanding. They're a little tougher to put together. It's like a tighter fit,
Mhm.
which I guess for structural integrity might be good, but for your fingers, it's kind of a nightmare. It required a little bit more
Yeah.
effort.
Even though it took half the time, it definitely cost just about the same dexterity, probably a little
Right.
more on your
Yeah.
fingers.
Right.
Calloused them up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. For a man with soft hands like me, it was a little difficult.
Yeah, I had to request a few times a little help.
Right.
But that being said, the size really is interesting here because I'd say, in just my opinion, I
Yeah.
think the face of Pikachu looks better on this one.
Here, check the. Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna turn it to him.
That may be a hot take, but the smaller face looks pretty good. I think part of the
Yeah.
reason is because Mega has quite a few more unique pieces than Lego,
Yeah,
and
that's
Lego
true.
uses a lot of different uh, strategies to actually put the pieces together in a way.
Right.
And I think it shows in the face. It's more round on the Lego side, and I think it's a little bit more accurate or flatter, if you will, on the Mega. And I could be wrong on that sense, but
Right.
I think part of it is because they have those unique pieces that allow them to build
Right.
it in a specific way.
Right. Absolutely. I actually would agree. I think the face looks better on the smaller one than the bigger one. But I think that is mainly just because of the custom printed pieces.
That too, absolutely.
That's mainly it. Also, it's much easier to display them.
That's true.
For
To
me.
display the shelf space is a real problem for
Yes.
us Lego fans.
Yes, it is. Yeah, especially when they come out with bangers like this. I can't put
They're
everything on
so
my shelf.
good. And what did you build? You were saying you built Rivendell the other day.
Oh
That's going to take up a decent
I don't
amount
even,
of
I don't
shelf
even want to
space.
talk about it. That with the Venator, yeah.
Yeah,
If I get
it's a
another
little
one,
much.
my wife might divorce me.
I don't know about that, but you may have to take over her desk.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's
Hey.
untapped real estate.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's a
You just
good
got to
idea.
find the ones she likes.
Well, she'll like what I like.
There you go.
She's pretty good at that.
That's a nice wife.
Yeah. Very, very fortunate, man.
Before we forget too, is on the base of the Pikachu, on the Mega Pikachu,
Oh yeah.
there is a label that says Pikachu, which
Yes.
is kind of fun. But I
Right.
think the best part about it, and this surprised me when I was looking at it,
Right.
is there's also an alternative Japanese nameplate.
You like Japanese characters, this is the set for you. Also, if you like English as well, I mean, you can have 2 plaques on there. But for our extra kawaii listeners and watchers out there, this set is like the perfect set.
Got Pikachu or I can't. I
I'm
don't
not
know what
even
it is in
try.
Japanese.
I'm not. Try. No, that's a
But
great.
what do you think
comment.
overall? And in your opinion, do you
Yeah.
think there's a winner or loser in this case, or do you think it's personal preference?
Oh my
What are we
word.
thinking on this one?
I don't know. I don't really have a preference per se. I really enjoyed both of them. I will say in terms of available space, I would choose a small thing, but in terms of actual aesthetics, I think I prefer the Lego one.
Really?
I like the
All right.
base that much. It looks clean.
The base is definitely more of a surprise than I thought as well.
Right.
I think it's awesome to be able to see it in person. But yeah, I think I agree. It's definitely a choice of budget, of size,
Yep.
and personal preference
Right.
at the end of the day. So let us know what you guys think.
Yeah.
If you prefer the Mega Pikachu or the Lego Pikachu, and which one you may already have.
Right. Absolutely. But I think that covers it for us right now.
I think that's it.
Awesome. Well, until next time.